Got a 2011 Volkswagen Tiguan with a 2.5 liter turbocharged engine. Came here from another shop. The complaint on this thing was that they replaced the water pump. The car did not overheat. Filled it with coolant, put it back together, and ever since then this car has run very poorly. They replaced ignition coils, they replaced timing chains, they replaced the intake manifold gasket, they replaced the throttle body, new spark plugs. I mean, they just fired the parts cannon at this thing, and now the car is here. So I figured out what's wrong. I just really wanted to show you what I found. What I noticed was that this thing had incredibly high fuel trims, the highest I've ever seen. Like a 50-60% correction, and this car ran. It was insane. The car had codes for 3 individual sensors, which he told me it did. Fuel rail pressure intermittent, engine cooled temp sensor intermittent, and another one for the air flap potentiometer and the intake manifold, all intermittent signals. So I looked up a wire diagram and I wanted to see if they had anything in common, like any correlation, and they really didn't. I mean, at least from the Mitchell diagrams, you know. So anyway, I figured I'd start from the beginning. I got fuel pressure, I checked spec, I looked at mass airflow, I just went through data stream and I looked at all the critical inputs. And the one thing that didn't seem to make a lot of sense was the fuel rail pressure. Until it ran for maybe a few seconds, I know for a fact I got a substituted value. So then I pulled out a scope and I went straight to the sensor and I found an elevated ground. So right now I have a jumper wire installed, going to battery, going through sensor ground, and my fuel trims are like on the money. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my jumper wire off and we're going to watch our numbers and listen to this engine. Now we're chugging a little bit. Alright, and I got my first cursor set up at like 511 millivolts. Now I got to remember, everything went up now. We're over reporting everything now. Look at those fuel trims. I've seen this go up to about 40%. Insane. There it goes. I mean, we're just adding an unprecedented amount of fuel, and then that short term will come back up too, trust me, man. But so anyway, I'm gonna put my jumper wire back on. Car immediately started to run a little bit better. Here comes my trims. Yep. ASC L1 test question. Is this car fixed? And it is. And we are at, there's my 0 marker, pretty close to it, 13 millivolts. So we got a bad ground, baby. We're gonna find it and ship it.